What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back with a brand new video for you all today, and today we'll be showing you how to tame the brand new Carcharodontosaurus. There it is there in front of us. Now we are currently riding on a Rex, and the Karcha has a very unique taming mechanic, which we actually haven't seen before in Ark. So guys, in order to tame this up, what you need to do first is to trap it. Now, I've got some dinosaur gates here. You can also use stone. However, I would recommend it using metal because you don't want this thing breaking through your stone. It can damage stone as well, so do take note of that. Now, it has very similar stats in comparison to a Giga, so keep that in mind. You can pretty much use the same mechanics of a Giga trap that you would on the Carcharodontosaurus. You just have to obviously make sure you don't try and fight it when it is in its enraged mode. And once this bear trap activates, it should get stuck. You can see this thing is absolutely terrifying. But this is why I wouldn't recommend using stone, because it will break through the stone. Oh my god. Alright, so we're going to just trap this guy here real quick, just like that. There's no way he's getting out of that. Now, obviously, I am in creative mode. I probably would have died just doing that then. However, this isn't to say that running in with a full set of flak will allow you to survive. Now, once you've got it trapped like that, what you need to do is you need to feed it corpses. Now, you can use your own tame, so you can actually murder your own tames and drag the corpses to the Carcharodontosaurus. So what we're going to do here, goodbye Rexy, I apologize. We're going to try and drag the body, but I'm pretty sure the Rex is oh no, there we go. So we're going to drag it over to the Carcharodontosaurus. Hey, big fella. How's it going? And you can see there, it did just eat our Rex's corpse. And you can see there, it now has a green hexagon above its head. So that allows us to actually go up to it and ride it. Now, from here, what we can do is we can actually go ahead and just kill anything and everything in the area. So you want to do this to tame it. You can see down the bottom there, there is a taming percentage, and we have about 600 seconds to do so. You can see here it is in friend mode, and we can go ahead and just munch. Now, the Carcharodontosaurus has a very similar spawn location in comparison to the Gigas. So wherever Gigas will spawn, the Karcha will also spawn in with. And we don't actually have access to its inventory either. And we're just going to go ahead and kill anything and everything that we can in the vicinity. Now, you'll notice that damage numbers aren't actually showing up, which is strange. I don't know, maybe it's just recently patched or something like that because it's not in there. The moment we kill the Andrewsarchus, you can see there we did just get 4.3%. Now, I do believe you can actually kill your own tames as well by utilizing this method. So what you need to do is you need to first set your tames to passive. Otherwise, they'll attack back. Go to options, unclaim the dinos that you want to use. Obviously, the bigger the dino, the higher taming percentage you'll get. The same goes as well for when you're trying to tame it. So the bigger the corpses that you feed it, the bigger the hexagon bar will fill up. Because we used a Rex and it was max level, we pretty much just got it instantaneously. Plus, I don't actually know what level this Carcharodonta is, but the moment you also kill something, your Karcha will get a boosted HP regen and melee damage. It will go into a blood rage, which you can see there in the top right hand corner, causing it to deal increased damage and obviously have that increased health. So you can see that draining on the bottom left hand corner there as well, next to our dinosaur gates. But the moment we kill something, it will refresh and we'll be able to go back once again. And you can see there, by killing our 2 Rexes, we did just get a bunch more taming bar as well. So this is essentially all you need to know in order to tame up the Carcharodontosaurus. He's, I'm not going to say a simple tame because he's a little bit troublesome. Like, obviously, you could have struggles trying to do it. But I would recommend that if you are in an area, and you can see there, we also got the Killing Frenzy now activated as well. If you are in an area with low dinos, I would bring your own dinosaurs with you to sacrifice to the Carcharodontosaurus, purely because it'll make it a lot easier. You could also make sure that they are weak beforehand. Obviously, as you saw, our Rexes were full health there, causing them to pretty much have a heap of extra HP. Whereas if you go ahead and weaken them yourselves first, and then go ahead and sacrifice them to the Karcha, you'll easily be able to kill them and feed up your Karcha's taming bar. Now, so far this guy's taming effectiveness is still at 100%. I'm not entirely sure at this stage what contributes to that dropping, as I haven't had enough time to test it yet. But you can see here that we're not really having... I would assume maybe it's damage, actually. Let me turn off creative mode, and we'll see if the Karcha actually takes damage and loses taming effectiveness. like that. So we've just killed a Bracky. We got a little bit extra taming bar. Let's turn off creative mode here, and we'll see what happens in regards to if we take damage. So we're going to come over here, and we're going to go ahead and probably kill this lead Cjthecheesedj, I would say. And if we, I'm assuming if we take damage, we possibly will lose taming effectiveness, because that's generally how taming effectiveness works on pretty much everything. So let's see how much we get for killing this lead Cjthecheesedj. Okay, only 4%, so we're actually not getting too much. I do want to try and take some damage though, just to see what'll happen. So obviously, like I've mentioned already, the bigger the tames, the more taming percentage you'll get. Okay, yep, there we go. So you can see there, every time you take damage, you will lose taming effectiveness. So, once again, let me reiterate. Pretty much go ahead, trap it. It spawns where Gigas spawns. Trap it, feed it a corpse of a dino until you get the hexagon above its head. Once that hexagon is filled, you can then ride it and go ahead on a killing rampage. Try to avoid as much damage as possible, and you want to kill as many things as possible to enable that taming bar to fill. Like I mentioned though, bringing your own tames is the best, most reliable way to do so, because your own tames won't fight back, and you can bring giant tames like Rexes and whatnot to actually tame yourself up a Carcharodontosaurus. These guys don't have the greatest amount of stamina, so you can see here we are struggling to sort of deal some damage to wild dinos, which will cause you to take a little bit of damage. So I would heavily recommend bringing your own tames. Let's just spawn in a couple more Rexes. This dude is incredible. This is only a level 20 as well. It's going on its own rampage. Oh god. We've lost control of it. Let me just spawn in another Rex here. Actually, we'll spawn in a couple. See if it attacks him. Is it going to come back and attack him? It's just going on its own. I don't know if that's actually causing it to get any extra taming percentage. There we go. It's now attacking our Rexes, so we're just going to unclaim these guys. And honestly, that should be enough. I'm going to assume that if we cop a bite from that, we will take damage. But yeah, you definitely want to try and use your own tames for this guy, because that will enable you to get him tamed up pretty much straight away. You just uncryo a bunch of tames and you're good to go. So let's do this. There we go. Look at that. So pretty much almost a whole heap. So we're going to spawn in a couple more. And you can see the hexagon behind me there. So it is slowly running out. So you want to make sure that you've got plenty of tames prepared to sacrifice to this guy. Otherwise, you're going to struggle to get him tamed up. We're also not in creative mode, so I'm not entirely sure if he will actually attack us. I'm a bit scared, to be honest. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't appear to be. So we should be okay. Let's jump on here. And you can see here, this should be more than enough to tame him up. So you've got 600 seconds to do all of this, which, like I said, if you bring your own tames, will be more than enough time. And just like that, we've tamed ourselves up our very own Carcharodontosaurus. Boom. Look at that. Okay, chill out, big fella. This thing is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Now, in terms of saddle requirements, it is a level 96 saddle. In order to make it, it is actually very cheap. So you can see here, let me just bring up creative mode again real quick. And you can see here, to actually make the saddle, you need 20 chitin and keratin, 350 fiber, 500 hide, and 180 metal ingots. I don't believe you can ride this without the saddle. You can see that you do require the saddle. Let's jump in here and craft it. Boom. 16,000 HP, 45 melee damage, 663 weight. So it does appear to have very similar scalings to the Giga. I'm pretty sure the Giga's base health is like 17,000 as well. So prepare yourselves for some comparisons in the future. I do plan on comparing this guy to a lot of guys. Look at that crest above its head though. Let me just change the time of day here. There we go, that's a bit better. Look at this guy. This guy is terrifying. Look at that. So in terms of abilities, we have a primary attack like you saw. When it does get a kill, it goes into the Blood Rage, gaining increased damage and health regeneration. It has a tail spin attack, which you can use to knock back victims as well. You can see here this pack is trying to go us. We're going to just go ahead and kill it. We'll show you guys the Blood Rage. I do want to try and figure out what that blue glow is. So the moment we killed it, we did get the Killing Frenzy and the Blood Rage. So we get increased speed and immunity to stuns, boosted HP regen, and melee damage. However, the The killing frenzy only lasts for 8 seconds, so you'll need to constantly keep going on murder frenzies. But I do believe that it does stack. So you can just continue dealing increased damage. So at the moment we hit for 96 damage. That's a big drop off from the 500 we were hitting a few seconds ago. And if we come over here and we kill one of these guys, hopefully before the raptor kills him, you'll see that we now hit for 98. So we've gone up 2%. Not 2%, sorry. We've gone up 2 damage. So if we come over here and we fight this guy, you can see that it does stack. So now we're hitting for 100. So you want to just keep stacking up the kills with this guy. As many corpses and dinos as you can. Because that killing frenzy will continue every time you kill a dino. And it will increase the amount of damage. So for example, if we kill this Bronto here. And you can actually see in the bottom left-hand corner there, we actually have 4 stacks. Now we have 6. And if we go ahead and kill this Rex and the Andrewsarchus, that'll increase. You can see there it's now at 7 because we did just kill a Packy. So every time you kill something, your damage will increase. It appears to be by 2 points at the moment, but I'm sure if you increase melee damage, that'll increase. Now we're at 8 stacks, so we're hitting for 108. We kill this Andrewsarchus, we'll hit for 110, and so on and so forth. So this guy is very powerful. I do doubt that I don't think you'll be able to take this guy into boss fights. Because I'm assuming he's going to have the drag weight of a Giga. So I don't believe you'll be able to take this guy into boss fights, which kind of sucks, but I mean, this guy is very cool, and I'm very keen to get some more testing done on him. So yeah, that is the Carcharodontosaurus. We also have a Roar here that's purely aesthetic. It's terrifying. I like how it chucks its arms out and it's like, you want to go me, bro? This guy is terrifying, and I'd heavily recommend getting your hands on one. But guys, that is all you need to know in order to tame them. Its abilities, its blood rage, and its frenzy. So hopefully you guys found this one useful. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe down below for more, and I'll catch you in the next one.